Hello, it's Helen and welcome to my super small London kitchen. Today we should be making this chicken chorizo pasta, a one pot packed with big bold flavours. Chicken, chorizo and pasta in a creamy tomato sauce. Even better, it's made in less than half an hour, making it perfect for a weeknight dinner. So, let's get cooking. I'm going to start by frying the chorizo. You need a tiny amount of olive oil because the chorizo will release lots of fat. There's about 2 inches of chorizo here. I've cut it into slices and then into half moons. So I'm just going to let that cook and it will brown and release oil. Whilst the chorizo is cooking, I'm going to quickly finish preparing the vegetables. So we have some garlic, onion and a pepper. I'm using a red pepper for this, but you could use a yellow or an orange pepper. I don't recommend green because you want something that's a bit sweeter, and red is just perfect here. So just cut the pepper into strips. The chorizo has been cooking for a couple of minutes and you can see it's released loads of fat and started to get some colour. So I'm just going to scoop it out and then we're going to start to fry the onion and the chicken in all this lovely flavoured fat. So I've got some diced chicken thighs here. I far prefer chicken thighs to chicken breast for cooking because they're a bit cheaper and also they've got more fat in, so they have a lot more flavour. And now I'm going to add my diced onion and cook that for a couple of minutes just until it has some colour on it. The onion and chicken have had a few minutes and they're starting to get some colour. We're now going to add the red pepper I chopped up earlier and the garlic. Garlic never takes as long to cook as onion, so when you're cooking both, add the garlic halfway through cooking the onion. The pepper has started to soften and I can smell the garlic, so now it's time for the liquid ingredients. First of all, half a can of tomatoes. You can keep the other half in the fridge for a few days in a Tupperware pot or freeze it for another day. A can of your favourite chicken stock. We're going to slide the chorizo back in, add a good squirt of tomato puree, give everything a good stir, and now add the pasta in. What I like to do is to arrange the pasta so it's slightly submerged. And we're going to turn this down to the lowest heat, put the lid on, and the pasta will slowly absorb all this gorgeous sauce, and whilst releasing some of its starch and make that brilliant, smooth, velvety sauce that makes a one pot pasta so special. So put the lid on and leave it for 10 minutes. The pasta's had just over 10 minutes and it's started to soften, but it's not quite cooked through. Now we're going to add some cream cheese and grana padano to make that gorgeous creamy sauce. So I'm going to add a good generous 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. You want to have a full fat one here. And now I'm going to grate some grana padano in. You can also use a parmesan or any other Italian hard cheese. So that's all my cheese, and now I'm going to very, very gently stir. You've got to be quite careful because the pasta's softening, but it's quite fragile, and we don't want to break these lovely big pieces of rigatoni up too much. Now put the lid back on and cook for another 10 minutes. I've given the pasta another 10 minutes and it's now beautifully cooked. The pasta's soft, it's fully absorbed, and there's lots of sauce. Now don't worry if you think there's too much sauce here, because as it cools down it will thicken, and by the time it's at the right temperature to eat you'll have this lovely, thick, delicious, creamy sauce. I'm going to finish the dish by sprinkling a little chopped parsley over, both for flavour and appearance, and adding a couple of sprigs of basil. And there you have it, this gorgeous chicken chorizo one pot. So now, the all-important cook's taste test. Scrumptious, gorgeous pasta. Always lovely flavours with that creamy sauce. Easy enough for every day, but actually special enough for date night. Scrumptious.